back from the dead.
Hey guys, Frozen X is here, and today I'm going to be doing a high-end review of the Liberator. To start off, I'm just going to talk about why I have the components on. For the scope, I have headshot damage increased and critical hit chance increased. Critical hit chance is very great on any assault rifles because they don't have that base critical hit chance like SMGs do. So getting your critical hit chance on your assault rifle as high as you can will really help you in the battle against the overpowered SMGs. The heavy magazine spring, I went with a increased magazine size as well as an increased fire rate because this gun already has a ridiculous fire rate. Increasing the fire rate even further with the magazine increased almost to the size of an LMG really gives you a gun that's a force to be reckoned with. The underbarrel, I have hipfire accuracy and accuracy because it takes the crosshairs quite a bit of time to get back to the center, but at the same time this doesn't really matter. Honestly, you know, with an assault rifle, you're firing full auto, your crosshair won't be going back to the center until after you've killed the enemy for the most part. So if you play differently than I do, you know, then this might be helpful to you, but I only have it on there just because, you know, I don't want to leave a mod slot empty. That'd be just absolutely ridiculous. And for the muzzle brake, I have increased stability and increased critical hit damage. Didn't care about the stability. The critical hit damage is pretty obvious too. That matched with the pro red dot sights, increased critical hit chance, will really help you out with, you know, killing the enemies. So let's get right into the video, or well, the, you know, actual footage of me using this gun. First off, I want to say the Liberator is a high-end version of the LVO AC. I think I put those letters in the correct order, but if I didn't, I'm sorry guys. You know what I mean though. It's that M4 that has the weird initials. I personally thought this was a ACR because of the beta, but once I bought it, I very quickly realized from looking at the logo that's not an ACR. Well, honestly, I'm kind of happy this is not an ACR, really. I feel that the ACRs, they are really great and accurate with a great range and all. They just don't really have enough kick to them or power to really make a difference in the battlefield. This gun, on the other hand, I feel like it will really make a difference. Now, I'm not talking, you know, this is better than the Vector or anything. This gun is clearly not better than SMGs, but that is because SMGs in the game are really overpowered. So I'm not comparing it to other SMGs. I'm comparing it to other assault rifles. So don't be like, oh my god, you know, what, I'm just using a Vector instead. And I agree, yeah, if you're in the dark zone, use the Vector over this gun. When you're in the dark zone, you definitely want to go with the best gun you have. And if you have a Vector and a Liberator, the Vector is better, period. Then, you know, that statement might be outdated by the time you're watching this, but it's only because in the game's current state, Vectors and, well, any SMG has that base critical hit chance increase, which make this really an SMG war. So, talking about the Liberator more, it does enough damage that it's actually useful. It has a base damage of 10.4k for me. My Vector is a 13.3k, I believe. Yeah, 13.3k. And the RPM on the Liberator is 1,553 with a mag size of 53. So that allows me to shoot almost faster than my Vector, actually a little bit faster than my Vector, as well as shoot for much longer. That does make up for the lost damage in my opinion, but not enough so to make up for the lost accuracy because, as you know, assault rifles really do have this really absurd kick to them. And I don't want to say it's absurd kick because it's kind of realistic, but if they're going to have that crazy of a kick on an assault rifle, they really should have done something to make the Vectors or SMGs in general a little less, you know, not recoily. There's just, you can focus down an enemy and not move your sight at all. With a Liberator, you can clearly see you get more inaccurate as you fire full auto, which is how any full auto gun in this game should work, but for whatever reason, it's not with SMGs. Regardless, this video is not about talents. However, because the Liberator is a named gun, it will always have the same talents. So the first talent is weapon damage is increased by 13% for 10 seconds after using a skill. This you need 1,417 firearms for and 1,889 electronics for. I do not have it unlocked because getting that many electronics just for that talent isn't worth it. The next skill is Dominant. Every kill performed while signature skill is active reduces the cooldown of your other skills by 8%, which you need 1,889 of firearms and electronics for, which again do not have unlocked. And the static perk that automatically unlocks is killing a target with this weapon increases skill power by 8% for 13 seconds. This effect does not stack. Killing a new target refreshes the timer. So don't think just activating your signature and then killing, 3 guys at once will, get you all your skills back. Does not work like that. Just remember that, it's not going to help you out all that much. Regardless, like I said, this video isn't about talents. It's more just the gun's base damage, RPM, and things like that. Even though, I kind of do have to cover the talents in here because you're going to get the same talents as I have because, again, named gun means all the talents are the same. So, in actual combat, and I use this gun a lot in the dailies because I just get bored of using my Vector. That's like my Dark Zone gun. I just take it in the Dark Zone, but once I get out of the Dark Zone, I'm so fucking bored of it that I want to use something else, and I went with the Liberator for the last few days, and I found that it does, a great job tearing through enemies. Not like SMG great, but again, like I said, the SMGs are just too good to compare an assault rifle to right now. And especially on named enemies, you do notice that or not named enemies, just elite enemies in general, you do notice that the recoil gets to be a bit much. You can't fire all 53 bullets while holding down the fire button like you could with some other guns or SMGs particularly. You have to kind of shoot 10 rounds, wait for your aim to come back, shoot a few, like maybe 20 rounds, You can't just hold it down and treat it like it's an LMG because there's too much recoil on it for that. And once you get really used to that, it kind of starts to help out a lot. The reload speed on it isn't bad. I mean, it's like the same as my M1A, same as the Vector, so, there's not much to say about that. The range is tiny, though. Not very far, but, it's an assault rifle. It has further range than an SMG. It's used for medium to short range. SMGs are for short range, so, you would expect it to be a little further. And the stability is, okay, but the stability doesn't matter entirely too much. It's more or less just there for when you're firing for a prolonged period of time, but your accuracy really is more dependent on how well you can hover your cursor over the enemy and hold it there rather than the stability score, because I don't know, I haven't noticed any difference in stability on any weapon, and if there is a difference, then it's so minute it doesn't make a difference in my DPS output or my playstyle. So other than that, I'd say overall the gun is great, but if you're going to buy it, I would get the Vector first, get your full gear set first. I only bought this gun because I do have my full high-end set now, and I don't really have much to do with my Phoenix credits. And I'm going to buy a couple more guns like the M249 Para and probably the Marine Super 90 shotgun to review those. But other than that, I'm just going to hold on to the rest of my Phoenix credits till the Incursion update, till they release new blueprints, which I can hopefully bring you guys more reviews on. I'm also going to buy the Recon and Cassidy just because I'm sure people keep looking at those and wondering, is it worth it? And, well, I'll let you know if it's worth it. That'll be coming in an upcoming video. So if you want to see that, hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, please give it a like. I'm a very small channel. Every like really matters to me. And I hope you guys liked the video and have a great day. Just hope you're all doing well. So peace out.
Back from the dead.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're all invited to go fucking mental on this motherfucking drop. The countdown has just begun. Are you ready? Let's go, 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 go.
Now we're back from the dead.